In Austin, I'm Mark Mullins. As lawmakers debated a spending measure to open the government, just before sending it to the House, the Senate added a provision that could virtually outlaw all hemp-derived THC products across the U.S., including Delta 8 and 9 products. Daniel Perot gets a closer look at what this would mean for Texas's multi-billion-dollar hemp industry.
Congress on the verge of outlawing sales of consumable hemp products across the nation.
It's like a dark alley mugging by big pharma, big alcohol, and then the marijuana lobby.
The Senate added a provision to the spending bill to close a loophole in the 2018 Farm Bill, which allowed for the sale of products with 0.3% THC or less. Texas passed its own version in 2019. The new language imposes a total THC limit of 0.4 milligrams, which would ban most consumable hemp-derived cannabinoid products.
Not only is it scientifically unobtainable to get to that level of purity, it's also going to become unsellable because of such a low level of THC.
U.S. Senator Ted Cruz voted for the spending bill, but supported an effort by Senator Rand Paul to remove the language about THC, warning on social media a one-size-fits-all ban will create unintended consequences for consumers.
It's a ban disguised as regulation.
In a social media post, Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick said he believes it will save a generation from getting hooked on dangerous drugs. Earlier this year, state lawmakers passed a bill banning consumable hemp products.
This is not a political or a partisan issue. This is about saving lives.
But Governor Greg Abbott vetoed it. And after failing to reach a deal in 2 special sessions, Abbott issued an executive order to tighten regulations on the products. Mark Bordas with the Texas Hemp Business Council says the measure in the federal spending bill would wipe out 95% of the industry, eliminating the nation's $28 billion hemp economy, forcing small businesses to close and putting more than 300,000 jobs at risk.
It's going to be an economic disaster when people realize what they've done.
Because this provision was added to a bill to reopen the government, Bordas said the industry had very little time to respond, but he says they won't go down without a fight.
We're going to look at all types of recourse, as you can imagine.
And that was Daniel Perot reporting. In the House, Congressman Thomas Massie also tried to strip the language from the sweeping spending proposal, but was not successful. One of the Democrats running for the top office in Texas laid out his campaign's priority. We're talking about gubernatorial candidate Andrew White, the son of former Texas Governor Mark White. White unveiled a policy plan that he says will fix Texas schools, health care, and housing and infrastructure. His plan calls for free pre-K for 4-year-olds whose parents earn less than $100,000 a year, a $10,000 teacher pay raise, and free vocational training across the state.
We're talking about electricians. We're talking about plumbers, mechanical repair technicians. We're talking about pharmaceutical agents. And there's so many important jobs that are coming to Texas right now. The AI boom and the construction demand that's driving that is incredible. We have a need right now for 1,000 electricians in Texas a year. So we have to do something to meet that.
White is one of 4 Democrats hoping to earn their party's nomination in the March primary. He's running against former Congressman Chris Bell, who announced his campaign yesterday, Austin State Representative Gina Hinojosa, and rancher and retired firefighter Bobby Coyle. On the Republican side of this race, Governor Greg Abbott announced his re-election campaign on Sunday, running for a 4th term. The filing period closes on December 8th. There is a new name joining the race to represent West Austin in Congress. Conservative businessman Ben Bias announced his candidacy for the newly redrawn Congressional District 10. In a statement announcing his candidacy, Bias's campaign says his run is centered around 3 principles. It's fighting corruption, making the American dream affordable, and doing his part to make communities better. Congressional District 10 stretches from Lake Travis to Lake Livingston. However, we are still waiting on a court decision on a lawsuit that's trying to prevent the new map from taking effect. Regardless, the district has been a deeply red district for a long time. Republican Congressman Michael McCaw has represented the district for more than 20 years, but he is not seeking re-election. Bias is now one of 3 candidates running for Congressman Michael McCaw's seat. Bias will run against Austin attorney Chris Gober in the Republican primary. State Senator Sarah Eckhart is running on the Democratic ticket. Capital Metro has started construction on a new station. KVUE's Allison Martinez has more on the new North Burnett Uptown station connecting downtown Austin to Leander.
You can see a little bit of that construction starting to take place behind me, and Cap Metro expects this new rail station to become the second most popular, right after the downtown station. Now, this is located in one of the fastest growing parts of Central Texas, in North Austin, right near the Domain. It's just north of the Kramer station. This station is also within Uptown ATX. Right now, Uptown has apartments and office space, but down the line, it's also slated to include retail and hospitality uses. You might remember Project Connect. It's a multi-billion-dollar transportation plan approved by voters in 2020. The North Burnett Uptown station is not funded through Project Connect, but it is part of its bigger goal to expand and enhance the Red Line.
We are also preparing for better bus connection at the station. So the station actually served as a transportation hub for North Burnett Uptown, and beyond that, sort of our Domain area. So we would align our two bus routes, 392, as well as our 803, the Metro Rapid route.
The new station will have bigger platforms to accommodate more people and paths to walk and bike. There will also be safety and security upgrades like better lighting and surveillance. This is a joint effort between Cap Metro and Brandywine Realty Trust. Reporting in North Austin, Allison Martinez, KVUE News.
About 80 miles north of the Texas-Mexico border, inspectors from the Texas Animal Health Commission are monitoring livestock for the New World screwworm. It is the larval form of a fly that nests in the wounds of warm-blooded animals and slowly eats them alive. This week, state inspectors were checking for signs of the flesh-eating parasite on livestock south of San Antonio. They're concerned because it can kill cattle and potentially devastate the industry. In recent years, it's moved north through Mexico, but the screwworm has not been detected in the Rio Grande Valley. Those are the headlines in Austin. I'm Mark Mullins.